All right, fourth and fifth graders, you have a 1 minute push-up challenge. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do 1 minute of push-ups. I'm gonna show you some options for the push-ups. So option number one is gonna be your hardest, most challenging option. So you're gonna be on your hands and your toes, dropping your chest and pressing, okay? Your body stays in straight alignment. So if my body's here, my body stays straight, I drop and press. If I feel like I'm arching and doing this with my hips, probably need to take it down to my knees. So my second option for push-ups, down and press. Okay, and then I'm going to give you a third option. It's a wall push-up. So you would be by a wall. So here's my wall that I'm going to use. I'm going to step my feet away, push and press. Okay, whatever option that you choose to do your push-ups in, I want you to try to stay in that option for the whole 60 seconds. So you will push the timer, keep track of the number of push-ups that you do. Stretching is important to keeping you flexible, helping you keep your muscles warm, loose, and also allow you to get full range of motion. So I'm going to show you some stretches that you can do. Your goal for the next 60 seconds is to choose a stretch that you can do holding it for 10 seconds. If you're doing a single leg stretch, just make sure you switch to the other side and do stretches on both sides. So I'm going to show you some options for stretching. One option might be quad stretch. So you'll hold it for 10 seconds. You can also do a runner's lunge stretch. Another option is to do a side lunge option. So you can stretch out the inner thigh of that leg. Another option would be to stretch out your glutes. You'd be seated for this one. Take your leg, cross it over, stretching out your gluteus maximus. Another option, you can lean forward, reach down to try to touch your toes, slight knee bend. And then I'll show you some arm stretches across the body. You can do some twisting. You can also do a tricep stretch, holding on to that elbow, switching sides, of course. And then option, interlace your fingers, open up that chest to stretch out that chest and those arms. So you'll do 60 seconds of stretching and 10 seconds holding each stretch. As many stretches as you can. This challenge here, you're going to use your abdominal muscles. You're going to see how strong they are. You're going to do 60 seconds of sit-ups. I'm going to show you how to do those with some modifications. So you have your mat, or you can be on a soft surface, something to protect your back. Your knees are going to be bent. You're going to lie down. You're going to come all the way up. Crunch. That's 1, 2. Another option for modification, hands behind your head. 1, 2, bicycle crunch. 3, 4, 5, 6. Another option, you can be halfway up, halfway down. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'll do that for 60 seconds. Just make sure you stay consistent and do it the same way for the entire 60 seconds. For this challenge here, you're going to have 60 seconds to pass and catch. If you have a partner, you can do this activity by yourself. So if I just have an object, it can be a sock, it can be a beanbag, it can be a ball. You can go 1, 2 to self-toss and catch. You can also toss it up to a board or a side of a wall to catch as well too. You can also toss and catch with a partner, just keeping track of your passes and your catches for 60 seconds. It's important during exercise that you stay hydrated. Make sure that you're drinking water and keep hydrated throughout the day. So take a moment, get a drink of water. This challenge is called Jump and Think. So you're going to have a jump rope if you have it. If you don't have a jump rope, I'll show you some options. And while jumping for 60 seconds, I want you to name off as many fruits as you can. So you're going to jump and think. So apples, pears, bananas, kiwi, grapes, blueberries. So you will name as many as you can in 60 seconds. Now, if you don't have a rope, you can simply have an invisible jump rope. Keep your feet together and just jump. So you'll do that for 60 seconds. All right, this next challenge is called exercise curls. So for 60 seconds, you're going to see how many curls you can do using your biceps. I'm holding 2 soup cans. You can also have 2 objects or 2 light dumbbells. So it's all the way up and all the way down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to do as many as you can for 60 seconds. Keep track and you'll record your score. This challenge is the 60-second plank. So a plank is using on your forearms and your toes, and you're going to try to hold a plank for 60 seconds. So I'm going to show you what that's going to look like. You'll be on your elbows and your toes, abs pulled in tight. Squeeze your thighs together, squeeze your glutes. Your elbows should be right underneath those shoulders. Now, if you feel like your back is arching, you have that option to drop down to your knees. You're just going to try to hold that plank for 60 seconds. The next 60-second challenge is balance and think. So for 60 seconds, you're going to balance on one foot and you're going to think about how many vegetables you can name off in 60 seconds. They have to be different. So I am on one foot, holding my balance, balancing. I start my stopwatch or timer, 60 seconds. I name as many vegetables as I can, counting up how many vegetables I can name in 60 seconds while balancing. Broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, celery. So that is the balance stretch. You can switch sides. You can balance on that other leg as well too. This 60-second challenge, you're going to see how many different jump rope tricks you can do in 60 seconds. You can pick 1 trick, 2 tricks, 3 tricks, and you're just counting the number of tricks that you can do. Some options: forward jump. You can do backward jump. Maybe you want to throw some crisscrosses in there. Maybe you want to throw some side swings in there. Jump through. Lots of options. You can do turning jumps where you're going to turn and jump. You can make it up. You can be creative with your jump rope skills. If you don't have a rope, no problem. There's no rope. You can jump forward and back and count how many times you jump forward and back. That's an option as well too. The next 60-second challenge is taking your heart rate. So to take your heart rate, you're going to take your 2 fingers. You're going to place it on the side of your neck. You're going to find that pulse. You're going to feel that heart rate or that heartbeat. Once you find that pulse, you'll start your timer for 60 seconds. You're going to count how many beats or how many pulses you have in that 60 seconds. That is your heart rate. You've completed all of the slides all the way up for number 11. You're going to complete your fitness challenge worksheet, which looks like this on the right in the middle. And you'll record your scores. And you'll do that by making a copy of this document just by clicking on it. If you prefer to use the second option or second method, you're going to click here to put your scores into the Google form. You do not need to do both. You're going to choose either Google form or make a copy of and enter your scores into this worksheet here. If you are making a copy of the worksheet, just make sure you title it with your name and then share that document with me. The last thing that you're going to do as part of this activity is taking your fitness knowledge assessment, and you'll do that by simply clicking here. It's going to open up your Google assessment. You'll take it, make sure you fill it out, and then you will hit submit. That's your final piece for this assessment, or in this process, is this assessment.